it just lifted the world off of our shoulders. After we put our initial offer in on the first home we purchased with Betty, she had comps to show us what the current values were in that particular subdivision, and what she'd been seeing within a mile of there, up to 10 miles of there, several recent sales. So she gave us an educated offer to put in, or an educated suggestion of an offer to place on the initial property. And then after we had the home under contract, she recommended extremely thorough inspectors. And she also recommended, if we did not have financing set up, she recommended an extremely wonderful mortgage broker that helped us through the process. And we actually used the same inspector on both homes, and we used the same broker that she recommended on both homes as well. On our most recent purchase with Betty, we bought a home that needed to be remodeled, and in order to do it, it was going to take up to 4 or 5 months for us to get all the work done on it and make it what we wanted it to be. And the finance company that she recommended actually gave us a loan where we could close on the property, and then after we sold the house we lived in, we were able to put that money as our down payment down on the new property. So that eliminated a lot of stress of trying to find a place to live for 4 to 5 months while we were under construction. And also it saved us a lot of money from having not to move twice and not have to pay a lease on somewhere to rent for a year when we only needed 4 or 5 months. So she was able to get us a lease back after we closed, and it just took so much stress off of a stressful situation of buying a home, selling a home, and moving. It just lifted the world off of our shoulders.
And then Friday, we listed our house, and within 72 hours, we had over a dozen offers.
And with all the offers that were sent in, they were accompanied with a net sheet showing what we would clear after closing, the loan type in which the applicant had, so that we knew the chances of their approval and whatnot. And we even took backup B and C offers and had those in our file as well. And we had such a good initial run with her back in 2018 on our first home purchase with her, that we knew that she was prepared to take us into when it was a seller's market, be able to take us into that and guide us and get us to houses to where we could put offers in quick. And several houses were selling within an hour of being on the market. And she knew they were coming. She would tell us, this property is going to be available on this date, and we need to get there and see it. They're having an open house. And she really knew from speaking with the other local realtors of what the house was actually doing as far as how many offers and things like that were coming in. And so we knew when we were going to see houses, ones that were kind of considered to be a hot sell at the time, and it made it where we could compete.
I'd say for me, she was very personable. The first time really viewing houses, we had our 5-year-old at the time and a newborn. And so viewing a house with 2 small children can be very difficult. And she was just kind of like family. She took the kids, played with them so that we could view the house, and it made it very stress-free.
When you hire Betty, you're going to be ready to start looking at houses right off the bat. She's going to show you a wide range of variety of properties, from different subdivisions to larger tracts, smaller tracts, in the different towns and communities around Central Texas. And you will basically see anything and everything the first 1 or 2 times out. And then once she gets a feel for what you're looking for, she really zeroes in and kind of starts to put together, I guess, a profile of what you're looking for, and shows you more homes that are in what you've expressed interest in as you walk through other properties.
I'd say she's very detail oriented and can point out little things that you wouldn't necessarily think about with the property long term.
And she also mentions, like if you're going to be next to a busy road, she knows this area so well that she knows every road that there is and basically will tell you, there's going to be a lot of traffic on this road when school
Mm-hmm.
gets out, or there's going to be highway noise if the wind's blowing from the north. She really does know Central Texas.
Mm-hmm.